getting to food, okay, you're going to need some stew to celebrate all of the festivities of St. Patrick's Day. And so we have something traditional for you, okay? The traditional Irish stew, also known as, and I'm going to butcher this, stobach.
Or,
did I say it?
Yes. Or you could just say a traditional Irish stew.
Traditional Irish stew is what we're going with right now. We're talking all about stew, but also, of course, about the South Florida Emerald Society. We have the president here to talk a little bit more. Megan Walsh is right here on our show. You brought some stew, but let's talk about the Emerald Society. You guys are an organization that further promotes your members and just really bring awareness to the culture of Ireland. So tell me a little bit more about what you do.
Correct. So the South Florida Emerald Society has been in South Florida since 1952.
Awesome.
So we have currently around 100 members, and we're promoting Irish culture in our area, Irish heritage, through dance, through food, through music, with multiple events held throughout the year.
I love it. I love it. I love this organization. I feel like in Miami, just in South Florida in general, there's something for everyone.
Correct.
Out here.
Correct.
Yes. And so when we talk about the stew, now you guys have a cook-off, but you have done some research. You've called your friends out in Ireland. You've done all the things, and you've combined the stew with all the recipes that you've learned, because people make this stew differently.
Correct. There's so many versions, and I've talked to probably 20 people to find a version that we would share with you today.
Yes.
But it's a simple, affordable meal that what you have at home in your refrigerator, extras, you're able to put together. But the key is slow and low.
Okay, slow
For the
and
meat
low.
to get tender, it's slow
I'm
and
gonna pour
low.
some in a bowl here. And so I did my research myself. I heard that this is hearty. You can make it with so many different recipes. What did you use for this one?
So for this one, I went with beef. You can use lamb. You could even do vegetarian.
Yeah.
I added carrots, peas. I added the parsley, some herbs, and a potato, of course, which potatoes go in the very last part.
Awesome.
So this was 4 hours on a low simmer.
Low and slow. And I mean, honestly, low and slow for 4 hours, everything is tender.
It has to be.
So good.
Right, and for all the flavors to marinate together.
Awesome, I like. Can you make this with lamb?
Lamb, absolutely, and that's actually more traditional.
Okay.
Is going to be with lamb.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, Megan, here I go. My first time with a traditional Irish stew. Here we go. Let's try it out. I got my peas and carrots, and of course the protein. It's so good. Ooh.
Thank you.
You did good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Tell me about the cook-off. You guys have a cook-off every year, and May is another one coming up.
Yes. So it's going to be on May 31st, and it's going to be at the South Miami Elks Club, and anyone is allowed to enter. So if you have a stew out there, an Irish stew that you want to share with our community and compete, we would love to have you join us. It's going to be from 12 to 6, and it's a fun family event too. So for all ages to come out, and we continue to celebrate Irish culture even outside of our St. Patrick's March.
For sure. And let's talk about that a little bit more. You guys have Irish Night also with the Miami Heat.
Correct.
That's awesome.
Correct. And an Irish heritage with the Marlins.
Right. And then for 3 years, you guys have had a consul general right in Miami to, what does she do and what's her name and how does she help the culture of Ireland?
Yes, her name is Sarah Kavanaugh, and it's been a pleasure for us in the Emerald Society to work in collaboration with her. So, for example, we just had a joint St. Bridget's event where we combined our music and our dance, and it's a great way as well for her organization and our organization to continue to get the word out about all this Irish culture in South Florida.
I love it. And you know, I think everyone loves to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but you being just a part of the Emerald Society, being Irish, what do you love about St. Patrick's Day and just the tradition being alive still in America, really?
Right, and it's special in Miami because we don't have as many Irish in this community, so it's our time to really shine and to tell everybody about all of the great things that we have, you know, to offer, and also just, again, celebrating food and the music especially, so.
Yeah, for sure. I love the music too. too. I do love the music. And of course, I'm sure people are probably wondering how they can get in touch with the South Florida Emerald Society. So what's the website?
Yes, so you could visit us on emeraldsocietysfl.com.
Awesome.
And please visit the website, send us messages if you'd like to join. And you do not have to be Irish to join. You could be a friend of the Emeralds.
Awesome.
So it's not a mandatory part.
Perfect. You can be an advocate for sure and just celebrate the traditions. I love it. Megan, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Cheers, guys. We'll be right back right after this break.
Thank you.
So good.